the chief host, I think it's only just normal that we also invite the host. And not in any particular order. The chief celebrants today are the deans of the Faculty of Law and also of the Faculty of Social Sciences. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please join me as I invite a legal luminary, a scholar of jurisprudence. I'm also aware of the calling of OLABISI. In fact, we also do something please join us and invite to give Faculty of Law, Dr. David and the next person I'm inviting, some few years back, when you get to something will follow. Reporting for OGTV. But luckily, this great university snatched him from OGTV. And so he ceased reporting for OGTV. He now reports only for ONABANJO University. Kindly, with a rousing applause, welcome the provost, the dean, Faculty of Social Sciences, my boss and brother, Professor Thomas. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Bible. In one chapter of the Bible, it said, what the Lord has put asunder. That's the last of the Bible. The next person I'm invited to the table was a member of our family until they distributed our inheritance. And part of it went to the other side, and part of it went to the other side. Please join me as I invite to the table the Dean, Faculty of Management Sciences, Professor Int'L. Of course, today is the opening ceremony of our conference. And through technology, we are proud to inform you that there are two speakers. One will speak in person, the other one will speak virtually. It gives me great pleasure to inform you that one of our keynote speakers is actually a product of this great university. A round of applause. I'm also gladly informed that not that he is a senior advocate of Nigeria. the last selection into that elevated position. He was the only one picked for the academics. It therefore gives me very great honor and privilege to also invite to the high table our keynote speaker, Professor Babatunde Oni. With the permission of the chief host and the host, kindly permit me to also invite to the high table the immediate past dean of our faculty, Professor Int'L AGO-IWOYE. I would have loved to personally introduce all the heads of the department, but I don't want to run foul of protocol. I have the list for the social sciences where I belong, but because I don't have the faculty of law, may I therefore ask that all heads of departments in the Faculty of Law and also in the Faculty of Social Sciences kindly stand up for recognition. Similarly, with your permission, Mr. Chairman, sir, may I also request that all professors in the two faculties please stand up for recognition. Professor in the Faculty of Law and Social Sciences. Thank you. God bless you. I would have loved to introduce every one of you, but this is what we're going to do. I'm going to try to introduce myself, and as I do that, kindly also do the same for yourself. I am OLABISI Akinola. A round of applause for me. It's my pleasure to be the anchor for this event today. So once again, good morning. At this point, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, can you rise for the national anthem? Please go to page 9. Richard, AGO-IWOYE, and members of the planning committee, kindly stand up for recognition. A round of applause for them. Thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I warmly and respectfully invite Dr. Ade, the Dean of the Faculty of Law, to please present the welcome address.
This year represents our distinguished keynote speaker, list of the various faculties that are present, heads of departments, my distinguished colleagues from both faculties, ladies and gentlemen, and conference participants. It is a very pleasure to welcome you to this particular event, which is the first of its kind of this faculty around this campus. Law and society and sustainable development. I want to say a big thank you to each and every one of us that is here present. And during the course of this conference, we hope to explore the latest trends, innovations, and best practices in the area covered by the theme of this conference. Our line-up activities and also the distinguished speakers, panelists, and presenters will inspire and educate each and every one of us. We have an exciting program ahead of us, and I'm sure justice will be done to each of the papers that will be presented at this conference. There is ample time to also network between all of us. My special gratitude goes to our sponsors, the organizers, and volunteers and participants at this conference for their tireless efforts in making this conference possible. To our delegates, we hope we will enjoy the conference and also seize this opportunity to network. I sincerely welcome each and every one of you to this conference, and I will say, let the conference begin. Thank you.
My dear, you reminded me of one of the popular songs in 1983 by Narration. He said, let the music play. He said, let the conference begin. But before that, I invite the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Ayodele Johnson Abuola, represented by the provost of the PE school, to give his address and formally declare this conference open. Mr. Vice Chancellor.
Thank you. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor and management of this great study of learning, alongside the University, I am here to say thank you to you on behalf and to welcome each and every one of you. And to congratulate the Faculty of Law and Social Sciences for this general struggle. This is the first international conference, being organized by the two faculties, and the theme is law, society, and sustainable development. As we all know, we cannot really do without this. known to the society. And there is need for us to be guided with our activities within the society. Even within your family, there is a sort of instruction that are being laid down. And at this conference, there is going to be an exposition of all facets that are concerned in all that has to do with law, society, sustainable development. So, I know it is essential for the development to be seriously sustained. It is essential for the society to be sustained. It is essential for the law of the land to operate as it is expected. And I know this will give opportunity to protect human rights and dignities, to promote social justice and equalities, to support economic growth and innovation, to safeguard the environment and natural resources, to foster international cooperation and accountability, and to set the standard and the regulations, to resolve the disputes and promote access to justice, empowering marginalized communities, encouraging sustainable practices and innovation. And I know at the end of this conference, we will have been all enriched and empowered by what we are supposed to know and know the position of our rights. And again, the Vice Chancellor Secretary told me, sir, to welcome you, Professor Matthew, and I should extend his personal welcome to you, that he loves you and appreciates your time and your presence at this conference. And he asks you to congratulate the deans of the two faculties and the members of the faculty and the students all together. At this point, I want to encourage and every one of us to please put our acts together and see what we needed to learn and gain from this conference. On this note, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor of this University, Professor Adewale, I hereby declare this conference open.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir. In introducing the guest present here, I committed a very serious mistake, and I want to undo that mistake by myself. We have here, Mr. Vice Chancellor, the host and our keynote speaker, members of the fourth estate of the realm. That's my constituency, that's where I belong. That's where the Dean Social Sciences belong. And so, to quickly correct, I recognize our brother from OGTV. I recognize my very good friend and brother from AIT. Please, all EUFM, all the leaders in the house, please stand up. A round of applause for the media. Thank you. You are welcome, and you are highly recognized. Thank you so much. Now, we move to Ruby Mercedes. I see the Dean Faculty of School, the Provost Media School. So at this level, I invite the Dean, Faculty of Administration and Management Sciences. Good evening, sir.
Vice Chancellor, represented by our equals of OLABISI. The senior members of the nation, including the equal speakers. All other people to be observed. It is a great pleasure to highly be invited to the people message. Looking at the title of this conference, the law, the society, and sustainable development. And of course, it is the first of its kind in this university. I want to sincerely congratulate the two faculties, Faculty of Law, Faculty of Social Sciences, of which I count myself to be a member, for the good work. Sincerely speaking, when I look at it, Law, Society, and Sustainable Development, because it's not for the sustainability that is included. How we have said, on top of law, top of society, that to make it for kids, we should include management, because we have to manage whatever happens. But the issue of sustainable development, honestly, actually law, that means this is a concept that no one will really want to miss. I want to congratulate the two faculties for putting this one together at this very time in person. When the society really needs to be what society should be. And of course, every member of society will need to know, we need to know what we should do and what we should do. We need to be properly guided. Here comes the new opportunity. So I want to congratulate every participant here. And I want to encourage you, especially our students and our participants that have come from different places, that look, this is a unique opportunity. This conference offers a lot of opportunities. It will increase your own understanding. And I've also planned to do the series of people that are actually line up for presentation. Behold, this is the one conference that no one should miss. So on this note, I want to thank you, the organizers, and I also want to thank all the visitors, and I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
For every faculty, you have a representative of the registrar. Please pardon me for the oversight. I now want to formally recognize the faculty officer in the Faculty of Social Sciences, Mr. Tayo Adebisi. Similarly, the faculty officer for the Faculty of Law, my brother, Pastor Jide Shuaga. Thank you. If we have representative of the Dean of Arts, Education, look at them. Permit me to also recognize another great alumnus of this university, who is a classmate of the keynote speaker. He is Mr. Akabi Asani. Am I correct? Oh, he just read that. He accompanied his classmate and friend, and so he deserves a round of applause. Anytime he comes in, let's take him applause as he comes in. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we move to. All right, a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. And also a round of applause for Pastor J.B. Schwartz. Okay. The cultural dance from our performing arts department is still being prepared. And so we're not going to keep anybody waiting. I am going to read the citation of the keynote speaker, and then we can have the first keynote lecture. May I request that Professor Babatunde Oni will stand up while I present the citation. Mr. Chairman, sir, host, deans in the House, head of department, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Professor Babatunde Oni, a senior advocate of Nigeria, was born in Ogo, Olobilobi government of Oyo State, Nigeria. He attended the Baptist Central Primary School, Okeafin, Igbo, for his primary education, and Igbo Community Grammar School, Igbo, for his secondary education, and Saudi High School, Shaki, Oyo State, for his HSCGC A-level, where he graduated as the best art student. Professor Babatunde Oni obtained his LLB law with honors from the State University with a second-class honor. He was also the winner of the Ugushoba San Prize for the best result in Nigeria legal system and research. Dito for Akinola Adaramada Prize for best result in land law for the same year. He's also a winner of several other academic awards in commercial law, principle of equity and trust, among others. In 1997, he attended the Nigeria Law School, and he was enrolled as a barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria on several in furthering of his education, he obtained the LLM from Obafemi University, and a Doctor of Philosophy in Law from the University of Lagos in 2003 and 2020 respectively. Professor Babatunde Oni started his legal career in the law firm of OLABISI and Co, and was there between February 1999 to 31 December 2003. He thereafter joined the Department of Private and Property Law, University of Lagos as a lecturer in 2004. As a lecturer too, and rose through the rank and was appointed Professor of Private and Property Law on the 1st of October 2019. He has served as the acting head of the Department of Private and Property Law, being coordinator of LM program, staff advisor, Law Student Society, and Caroline Eshon 2009 to date. His involvement in various committees within within the Faculty of Law at the university includes chairing the Faculty of Law retreats, welfare committee, curriculum committee, publication committee, is a member of the University Central Admission Committee and the University of Lagos Development Committee from 2021 to date, among others. Professor is an esteemed international scholar with over 100 publications in local and foreign journals and numerous international awards. His notable book, The Law of Succession in Nigeria, Principle, Cases and Practice, was published in 2019 and revised in 2021 by the University of Lagos Press and Bookshop Limited as a leading textbook in the area of succession and administration of estates in Nigeria. He has also co-edited 4 books: Essays in the Lagos State Mortgage and Property Law, Essays on the Lagos State Land Registration Law, Trajectory of Nigerian Law, and the first script of Professor AGO-IWOYE, SAM, and Crisscrossing Law and Jurisprudence, the first script for Professor AGO-IWOYE. His latest book, Themes on Principle of Equity in Nigeria, also published by the University of Lagos Press and Bookshop Limited in 2022, has been a leading guide to students, legal practitioners, and judges. Professor Lee teaches land law, principle of equity, and law of trust, law of succession, and administration of estates, and landlord and tenant law. His recent interests include property law, law of trust and restitution. He is the coordinator of the Will Clinic of the Faculty of Law, University of Lagos. Professor Lee has served as an external examiner in various faculties. He has contributed to various faculties, including the Faculty of Law, University of Ibadan, Faculty of Law, Lagos State University, Faculty of Law, Babcock University Nation, Faculty of Law, OLABISI University, Faculty of Law, and University of This is a man who is also reproducing himself. He has successfully supervised 3 PhD students in the Department of Private and Property Law. Professor Apatunde was elevated to that prestigious rank of the Senior Advocate of Nigeria, SAN, on November 27, 2023, as the only successful academic recognized by the legal practitioners in the Professor Apatunde is happily married and blessed with wonderful children.
Let us stand at the necessity protocol. Another single time. I really consider that as a privilege to come back to my matter. Whatever we are today, this place made us. I must appreciate my laborers. So I just permit me to appreciate my laborers. The day of law, I will never forget my Lord fourth class lecturer as a professor. He was I never forget the class in law taught my religious constitution at the gates of Malo, and I will become. I still remember that lecture. Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, students, thank you. I'm glad to be here. I was given just 15 minutes, so let me just see what I can do in 15 minutes. And I believe that I'll be able to contribute my proposal to this international conference. Let me congratulate the faculties of social sciences and law for organizing this conference and for giving fit to invite me to be one of the key speakers today. I also recognize my colleague, my friend also. I'm the chairman of my class, that is class of 96. Class of 96, this is 1996. That class is made of jockeys in Nigeria, and we are one of the, I believe that one of the good students that this class has ever produced. The topic I should really discuss on law, good governance, and sustainable development. Law, good governance, and sustainable development. Now, in every society, law is going to serve many goals, and among which are establishing standards, maintaining order, resolving disputes, and protecting liberties and rights. Law also is concerned with customs, practices, and rule of conduct of the community that are recognized as binding by the community and enforcement of the body of rule through a controlling authority. Law are enacted by the legislative, interpreted by the judiciary, and enforced by the executive. However, the executive play pivotal role in the enforcement of law through governance. If there's no good governance, the law will become nonsense. So those good governance is the governance of sustainable development in any country. This is because the growth and development of the country start from good leadership. Good governance starts from the recognition of the nation, institution, or enterprise with authority to manage in order to deliver benefits to the people. But they have to be a very courageous individual who can actually enforce the law. Let me quickly just run through. I might try to do like when I get there, that's not available. So permit me just speak to my paper. I was thinking that I would just slide and talk about it. So let me just do that. So what is law? When we talk about law is a very complex word to define. Because law has a multiple meaning. And what we can say, law will be defined as a system that regulates the conduct of common people, community, and nation at large, which is often enforced by controlling authority through penalties. Okay? Where there's no law, we go back to the states, there must all be regulation. But where there's law, it regulates our conduct. Now, when we talk about law, we have different theories about establishment of law. I won't bother myself or speak that because of time. Now, when we all understand that law regulates our conduct, and therefore every breach of that law, there are sanctions attached to that breach. Okay? Now, for those in this place, we have different types of scholars that provided different types of law. We have natural law, historical school of law, we have positive theory of law, we have sociological theory of law, reality theory of law. I don't want to bother myself on that. But what are the functions of law in society? One, law to cultivate and ensure the existence of adequate order. That's one of the reasons why we have to cultivate and ensure the existence of adequate order. Number two, to provide resolution to conflicts. Number three, we provide a safe haven for individuals and their assets. Number four, to maintain the structural operation of civilization. Number five, to protect civil liberties as set forth in each nation's constitution. In Nigeria, law. But the ground that we refer to as ground is the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, based on various occasions, is the ground law. Ground law
which any other law is conflict with it will set aside. That's it. Now, for good governance, the 1999 Constitution specifically made provision for governance as entrenched in Chapter 2 of 1999 Constitution. Chapter 2 specifically provides for socio-economic rights, which make provision like the security and welfare of people shall be the primary purpose of government. Shall be the duty of the state to provide adequate facility for and encourage free mobility of people, goods and services throughout the population. The state shall direct the policy towards ensuring the health, safety of all citizens, free education, including free education and compulsory university education. Unfortunately, it should have been a kind of a guide for us to have what we call good governance and sustainable development. For Chapter 2, because of the 6 of 1999 Constitution have been declared by the court, which, based on what we call socio-economic rights, which is the core governance, is not just stable. So, you share that the prohibited and limited to say that particular chapter is not just stable, and no one can enforce it. So, when you are not giving free education, you cannot say anything. When all the facility are implemented, you cannot go to what as a government must find it because law says it's not just stable. The first attempt to complete that session was the case of OLABISI against the General Lagos, where the court said that the version of CCC Chapter 2 of 1999 Constitution as amended not just stable. Now, the pertinent question at this stage: what's the role of government? If you are excluding what we call the grammar as part of what no citizen that enforce against the government, this is really sad. Laws are enacted by the legislature, interpreted by the judiciary, and enforced by senators. In discussing law, the concept of law is very crucial because you can have a good government when you don't observe the dictate of rule of law. Without rule of law, there will be chaos. Good governance. What is good governance? The concept governance is an old as human civilization. According to World Bank Institute, governance is the manner in which power is exercised in the management of countries' economic and social resources for development. Also, United Nations Development Program define governance as the exercise of power through a country's economic, social, and political institution where institutions represent organizational rules and routine, formal laws and informal laws that together shape incentive of public service. Now, from governance is a relationship between the ruler and the rule, and the state and the society. There are so many. We have governance in different dimensions. There's what we call economic governance. There's what we call administrative governance, and then political governance. But what I understand is that our leaders are not interested in political governance. They are not interested in economic governance. They always want to get to power, and when we get to that power, we continue to amass wealth for personal use. For economic governance, to shape the economy, they are not interested as long as they involve money and they spend money lavish. Sustainable development. The word development has been subject to several things. However, development has been linked to improvement in the living standard of the people in any society that makes progress. According to ONABANJO, development is a continuous process of positive change in the quality of span of life of a person or group of persons by reason of access to better condition. Now, the most sustainable development remains one of the most important concepts established in recent memory as ability to relevance strength beyond economic approach that's contributed to use. Now, sustainable development that we need oppressing without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Now, we are talking about governance, we are talking about sustainable development. What are the characteristics of what are the why we have bad governance in Nigeria? Why is it not possible to sustain that development? What are the limitations, beliefs that we can identify as the characteristics of what is really big problem that's facing us in Nigeria? Number one, there's no accountability, transparency, and trust. The concept of democracy governance modestly postulates that there must be three essential elements and that is accountability, transparency, and trust. Accountability entails the feeling of being held responsible by electorate for the choices and the acts of the elected. Transparency denotes free access to socio-economic and political activity and decision. Trust simply means that the confidence of citizens of the country in their leader. When we talk about accountability, how many of our elected leaders are really accountable to us? How many of them will come out and give us regular stewardship of their offices when they do it? But when the time of the election is coming up, 2007, 2027, they start giving people what they call palliative. What are they palliative? They start buying showing machine for people, or gather for people, and then people stay embrace them. People are good for them. That's one of the problems where we have governance in Nigeria. So we have a strong accountability given by any of these people government, transparency, and trust. They become our boss. They hold us responsibility to come and regular account of their stewardship the moment we elected into the office. But they will not do that. Rather, when they top that office, they become our boss. While one that run after them. Before election, they are not running after you because they need your vote. But immediately after the election, you are not running after them. Some of them will take their mobile phone, some of them will sit up their accommodation, you will never get it. The one that's staying in your room move to Lekki so that you have access to it. That's not the problem. We have number two. When the electoral empire, that is the independent electoral commission, supposed to be a body that's supposed to conduct free and fair election in the country. The body was established by the Constitution Section 153(1) of 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. One of the weaknesses of INEC has been that the fact that all 30 commissioners, also commissioners, and every other person appointed, including the chairman, is being appointed by the president. So you can imagine that it's very easy. He who pays the piper, he takes the show. So you can be one that provides resources for you, and be one that appointed 12 commissioners, and be one that dedicates you to the appointed as chairman of the INEC. And then my party, the ruling party, also have a majority in the House of Assembly. Then when it's our turn, you come to us and actually serve our purpose. This is one of the reasons why we are having this problem with e-governance in Nigeria. Number two, bureaucracy and democracy is very clear. We have issue of bureaucracy. Now in Nigeria, when you are filling any form, I've never seen any form, anything you fill in Nigeria that you don't declare your state of origin. You display your state of origin, your local government, and you display your religion. In fact, it's a basis for every appointment to stay anywhere. They want to balance it. They say that you have 3 Muslims or 3 Christians. And when it's lopsided, the other religion will shout and say they did not give us appointment because we are Muslim. It has always been one of the major problems affecting good governance in Nigeria. Then insecurity. Insecurity is nothing Boko Haram is not safe. Is Nigeria actually not safe? It's not safe, and then it's actually affecting the economic growth. Especially that live in Nigeria, they are living in Nigeria because of the fact that their security are not guaranteed. Many factories are being closed down simply because government are not maintain their security apparatus to take care of our citizens. We all know where we are up to now. Chibok girls that were taken in 2014 are not returning today. You also aware of some of these criminal cases of state and non-return. Of present Boko Haram still applied for those days. The 5,000 law, every 5,000 law university now was recently murdered by this set of people. So when foreigners are hearing some of these values about us, they will not want to come and invest. And it's one of the problems where we cannot sustain some of this development. Corruption. This is very common. Corruption has its own way of intersecting into our governance. In fact, as a core part of the governance. Or it's difficult to describe corruption, but corruption is the process can be said is considered immoral and is actually the case. What are the elements of corruption? Fraud, bribery, stealing, perjury, lying, dishonesty, indiscipline, sexual immorality, or perversion. Now, it involves economy and financial crime. Today, you find out that people are not letting us become here. It's so sad that when graduates finish from university, but their parents are going to buy their laptop to start training to become their work because they can make more money from their work. That's a big sad. It's a state, I won't mention that because you can come from that state. If you grow up, they want to buy the laptop for you from secondary school so that you start learning how to become a work. Many of our youth now don't want to work. When freelance law practice. They are allowed to set their pockets. They will be taking money from one place to the other and then end up in their work. It's one of the problems we find, and the government has been able to address it. Every time we find out that EFC will come out to say, EFC arrested 430 something, going to them. Who are your boys? They are arrested it and what happened to them? They will quickly back in them. Collected some of these things they use the money for, and that's the and nothing to happen again, and you go back to it. So you have that, act of corruption also be classified in different categories, especially with our governance. For bureaucracy and bureaucracy for policies, you have parent enhancing, bribery, initiated and bribery, so say, and so many other things. You are also here when a minister comes within less than 1 month, and EFCC recovered 30 million from that minister who has now been suspended. He has not spent up to 2 months in office, and this minister was alleged to have taken 30 billion from that ministry. It's widely reported. And on the EFCC reported that we have recovered 30 million from the investigation and suspended Minister of Humanitarian Affairs. These are problems we find in good governance and rule of law. A good governance and law is sustainable without rule of law. Without rule of law, there's no way we can have governance. The part of the theory, you know that maybe Dyson tries to separate that when the law does not control you, when everybody's government has been equal under the law, we are just wasting time. You can see that the AGO-IWOYE cases in Nigeria. Some people they will tell all that equal, not Nigeria. Some people are much more flat. Some people commit crime, they will go with it. AGO-IWOYE corruption cases, they will give them paper again and allow them to go. Somebody has stolen 500 billion naira, they will be asked to take paper again, either 6 months imprisonment or 50,000 naira fine. But this is the blackness in the area. What do you want to teach? Spread money. Have we seen where politicians have not spread money? But this man is there. Is that the priority for us Nigeria? Meaning that we are not equal. When you grow up equality before the law, when sisters are not equal before the law, there's no way you can have equal balance and sustainable development. So it's part of it. The laws must take the cost. Evidence, I'll break down theory, and the summary of what we're talking about is that they are not the absolute supremacy and predominance of regular law as opposed to influence of arbitrary power. Know that when God decided cases are not going to obey that law, equality before the law. Some people are giving it. We hear what happened in America just yesterday or so, where because they have to commit a rule in office. And this is where we know about federalism from. So the same thing will happen now. Instead of taking our governance, rather the priorities. In America, the Supreme Court said, officer has to carry out only your office. You are removed from it. So even if you committed murder, you'll be free. Now we have immunity, we are not doing immunity in under the constitution. When you committed crime, when you arrest someone, people can charge them. But you only need to respect the fact that if it's an official assignment, it's not an official assignment, you are liable. So aside from that, let me just go so that we can survive time. We will establish the fact that the rule of law, where there's no rule of law, it is difficult for you to have a sustainable development and good governance. Now, there's relation between rule of law and sustainable development. Investors want to invest because they come and sign MOU, they come and sign so many agreements, bilateral agreements, and they want their business to thrive. Where any of the parties reach that agreement, they know that the place to go is small. But where they cannot get judgment, no investor will come and risk his life, risk investment, risk his resources because there's no rule of law. So there's a need for also to look at that. Then rule of judiciary, independent rule of law. We all know that the only way we can sustain rule of law, we can sustain this idea of good governance is when we have a very strong judiciary. With a strong judiciary, then every citizen is protected. Every judge is free to decide, no matter before you, in accordance with the assessment of fact and understanding of law, without any proper influences, investment, or pressure from direct anyone. Most times, the child has taken a role. Let me give you an example. Say for Supreme Court, when the Naira denomination was redecided, Supreme Court had to extend the time between almost hold loans and then loan on the spend and continue to spend, and actually stop the unilateral judiciary of the then CBN governor who's now facing serious criminal prosecution now about the fact that so judiciary have been able to help and balance some of this economic development. Imagine how many people suffer, how many people die through that process. All today we have learned about it. It's buy naira. People buy naira. You want to sell naira, you should naira to buy naira. Am I right? Today people are saying it's not the effect of bad governance. Now, if we have a very strong judiciary is strong, just to be done, just not only be done, but we say to be done. Now, what are the role? The judges agree. Judges notify those in office whenever it is requested. The judge is charged primarily for the rights of citizens. Then, the judge is responsible for giving advice, even to the executive arm of government. Also, the development of the economy is an important responsibility of the judiciary. According to AGO-IWOYE, modern economic nations are highly dependent on law and their valuable structure that implements them. Good governance and sustainable development. Now, to ensure good governance, what can we do? What are good governance and sustainable development? The following measures should be taken. Number one, active management of members of society and governance. Laws should be established based on the concept of participation of people. People have said that in the 1999 Constitution that we call we, or the Constitution say we Nigerians. People always say that, oh, I we Nigerians. I wasn't there when the Constitution was enacted. Only a few people. But aside from the 1999 Constitution, some of the Constitution are handed over to us by the military. But the Constitution is supposed to be what we have participatory enactment of citizenship of the day. A good example is this electoral act of 2022. The committee was set up to listen to public hearing, use everybody to go and express their opinion about any law. Before a law can be accepted to citizens must also be involved in that enactment. Number two, separation of power and accountability. The good governance, the doctrine of separation of power and accountability is highly important. The purpose of separation of power is to prevent concentration of power and provide check and balance. When people have check and balance, there's a problem. You will see an executive so arbitrary, and you will just put that on every form of other arm of government. Judiciary has always been regarded as a dollar. It's not a dollar. Judiciary is equal with legislative, executive, and judiciary. They are not on the same position. Not that it's a third arm that is relegated. If the judiciary will have a private judiciary, they will be able to check and balance and accountability. Then the director of INEC suggests that INEC should be removed. The power of INEC should be removed from the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. His function should be committed to the nation consolidated form. That's why INEC is responsible. Judicial autonomy. Total judicial autonomy is also required for the sustainable development and the parallel economy. I've seen where judges are now buying vehicle for judges. Government will buy vehicle for judges, private for them, and they go to television, national television, and they give it to them as if they just want to start playing that you have to be got to them for. You shall see go back to them. They buy vehicle and display them. And want everybody to come and say, oh, where was that? And then they sit there, we say, let's communicate, they say, let's walk for. If they have judicial autonomy, when they can buy them for themselves, they don't need judiciary, they don't need executive. Because you have to go and beg money. When there's a serious matter against the state government, you won't be going down. This is why they have to be looking for good judge, and we say, to give judgment against a particular government. It's very rare. How many judges can sit down and just give judgment in a serious matter that they say is president against that particular government? This is what, but lack of independent judiciary is possible. Also, we need judicial autonomy. Thank God the bill has been passed. And then enforcement agencies like ICPC, EFCC should be independent. Today, ICPC are just, they dedicate to them to try to court. They don't have, they call it economic, the way they were established by the day of Pastor. For because to solve economic problem, because of money laundering. But today, there are so many of these mobile politicians who have acted away money, who are stealing money, you only hear the news of newspaper, and then you don't get anything again. They recover goods. Where are they? What are they done with it? These are things we need to know. The federal government should avoid supported by government agencies as seen as platform for a political loyalty in terms of our family. In fact, there's need to review what we call the total system for every apartment there's a quota system. If you go to Sweden, quota system. Everywhere quota system. But the part when they are quota system, admission to the federal university, quota system. I've seen where somebody wants to study medicine and from Southeast, it's got 320. And the Netherlands wasn't admitted. But somebody that's got 220 because it comes from education testing service must give admission. So with 300, it's for have to go and write another exam because of this quota system. Then there's also the what? Strict enforcement of Chapter 2. It should be made justiciable. Number 8, reducing our system of governance. It's too expensive. The kind of democracy we are practicing is expensive. There can be a proper sustainable development. We borrow federalism from America. And we can sustain it. The money, the budget that the federal government is spending in maintenance of bicameral legislation is more than what is being spent in education. You can see them. If you look at their budget, only one of them will tell you how much the senator earns per month. Only a few of them will tell you how much the House of Representatives earn per month. They have this kind of bogus budget and they dictate. There's what we call budget padding. What is called padding? They padded it because for their own good. They will say it's for constituency project, but you will not see anything. Some of them have bad roads, bad hospitals, and when they are ill, they cannot stay in Nigeria. They have to travel abroad. These are things we need to look at. The structure, the structure of our government is supposed to be revisited. And this is the reason why we cannot go back to 1963 Constitution, where we have parliamentary system of government. Number 10, for store security, I would say that federal government and state government should collaborate for effective takeoff of state police. In conclusion, because of my time, the key link with fostering and establishing good governance is ensuring that the rule of law is protected and enforced by an independent judiciary, and providing the environment of a fair and equitable legal system where the independent judiciary can flourish, safeguard from outside influences to the end that is a sustainable development. Thank you for listening.
Before I ask you to give another round of applause, I'm just curious. I was given a very strict warning when I was learning to put events together. You know, event is a course on its own. So when I was learning it, they said when you have an event and you are seriously hard pressed for time, do not allow 3 categories of people to talk in such events. And as a curious student, I asked the lecturer, sir, who are those 3 categories of people? He said, number 1, do not allow the likes of Pastor Jide Shuaga to talk. Pastors. I said, why? He said, pastors. When you give microphone to pastors, they will preach. And in preaching, they will cite different chapters of the Bible. I said, okay, that is noted. He said, number 2, do not give teachers opportunity to talk. I said, why? He said, after all, lecturers, your lecture time is 2 hours average. I said, okay, I agree. Number 3, don't allow lawyers to talk. I said, why now? He said, they will argue a lot. And I guess that when someone is a senior advocate of Nigeria, am I correct, sir? That means it's not just an advocate, it's a senior one. So his own argument should be higher. You have done justice to this paper. Very interesting. I know you are seriously today, but again, on behalf of all of us, I say thank you. The people from the performing arts department are here. They want to perform. and you allow them to perform. So, while they are performing, we are putting our technology in place so that we can take a second keynote address. May I now invite the performing group of all performing arts department us to have an interaction with the keynote speaker. And so we'll take about 3-4 questions or comments on this lecture. So the first one is that what happens if the principle of giving opportunities to different subnationals through quota system. Don't you think it's a child of the system? Yes. So I've opened it. So who is interested? Yes. Dr.
It's interesting that a law and society seem to guide the way Nigeria has been perceived, and it looks like it's not just Nigeria. Most of the examples of the executive having their way of controlling the legislature is not happening in Nigeria alone. The crisis of lack of ethics in society, where things are going down and there's corruption and all that. It's not happening in Nigeria alone. It seems to be a global crisis. Now we are following the international discourse. We will remember that very recently, the former president of America has been going through a lot of legal hiccups, and it's now looking as if what is happening in America is like it is in Nigeria. Now, so my question is that in this whole discourse, we need to begin to look at the legal framework of our current nearly capitalist-driven society, needing to be reviewed for perhaps another direction. This is what I'm trying to say. It's like the world political system is structured to the left, to the central, and to the right. And if you notice recently, the central coordination of the political system in the world, which has actually taken the direction of our society since around the Second World War, that central system, which has actually driven neoliberalism and capitalist structure, seem to have failed in society, because in Europe, for example, you will find out that so many people are going to the right.
I'm sorry to interject you.
Now, so many people in Europe are already going towards the far right. And, so many other people in the eastern part of the world are already on the left and are trying to drive the world to the left through, their current mobilizations in Russia, China, India, what they call BRICS. My question is that in this discourse, is it not time for us to begin to look at law and society, especially in Africa, if we want to achieve sustainable development, going away from the center, trying to move either towards the right, if it's the far right,
get a judgment against the state, at least all the cases that come personally and the ones I've read will hardly get judgment against the state. So now that if we put more powers into the hands of the government by allowing state police, does this not spell doom for sustainable development? Thank you.
Yes, the gentleman and then the lady in glasses.
Thank you, sir. My name is OLABISI, sir. I'm a family law student. My question is this, sir. Is it not possible that we make the swearing of our executives 6 months before the court judgments on every cases concerning the election come to be? Because, as it were, if a sitting government is there and the judgment concerning their election is going, it will be very impossible, as it were, for them to upturn that election results. So I'm looking at if it's possible, how is it going to be possible for us to make it possible that 6 months or 3 months before the issuing of those executives, the battle before the court is made of government.
Thank you. The lady in glasses.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is ONABANJO, and I am a student of faculty of law. First and foremost, thank you so much for the wonderful lecture. It was comprehensive and well enlightened. The question goes first. Sir, I realized that while you were teaching or lecturing, most of the course was shifted or are being shifted to the government. But when we look at this introspectively, we realize that we are the reflection of the government. So if you are saying the government is at fault for corruption, then what are those private governments? Before the government became the government, they were once civilians. So I believe we should try to approach or tackle this issue from a standpoint of not just shifting the blame to the government, but on the civilians. So my question goes to, what are the viable solutions do you think as civilians we should do to solve these issues that have become cankerworms on the society? Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Yes, let's meet up and move on to Professor.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for that wonderful presentation. I'm Dr. Int'L, Department of Political Science. Sir, I want to just ask a very I don't think that clarification in a way. Because I don't understand that most of these contemporary systems, like you mentioned something about federalism law, which Nigeria borrowed from the United States. Prior to some of these political systems that Nigeria is practicing at the contemporary world, there used to be pre-colonial era where there was a reverse system put in place. Now, in the contemporary world that we are now practicing such type of system that was imposed on Africa, then we are now beginning to have a lot of issues and challenges in our governance. Meanwhile, in those days, there was nothing of such kind. What can we do? Or how do you think Nigeria and Nigerians can adopt indigenous political system and do away with all this important system of government?
Thank you. The last one,
Mine is a comment on the question. For us to really have sustainable development in the society as we desire, I think that on the part of all stakeholders, both the government and the government, we must give ethical regard the pride of place, because it seems there's a lot of things that are not made of problem. So ethics should really give us the pride of the place, because a lot of values in our society is lost. And so it's not about the type of government that we are practicing, but it is whatever we have, we should do it in accordance with due process and then
have value to me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Let me start from the last question. The last question is on how do we go back to the whole system of government that we had before we colonized it. I talk about the fact that I mentioned that we're supposed to own our constitution. The 1999 constitution that we thought was brand new. If you look at the preamble of that constitution, we Nigerians, I'm not sure you are there, but that constitution was like. If you own our constitution, we can decide on ourselves the way we want to be governed. Everybody always ingredients to 1963 constitution. We are not born, many of us were not born. But it says they actually own that constitution because we know ourselves. Centralizing governance in Nigeria has created more problems that we can solve. Everybody's looking towards Abuja. While your state is deteriorating, everybody wants to go to Abuja. So, as the first thing to do is to have what we call indigenous constitution. Not the constitution we borrow from America, not the constitution we borrow from anywhere. Even that constitution, we say we are practicing federalism. I don't think that's the federalism is practiced in the US. That's not the way we practice. Everything we try to do here, we copy, we don't copy properly, and we started giving ourselves egg. So, we own our constitution, it's not constitutional amendments. Let's own our constitution. People have been clamoring for parliamentary system of government. I don't see why center that to be bothered. Let them be decentralization, whereby region we want it to, and then we just thank you about that. Second question has to do with last time talk about government, we are blaming government. How do we solve the problem? Whereby individual will make an alternative. That's the question. Yeah, because of my time, I actually mentioned in my paper that corruption is not restricted to government, it's also private sector. Every institution and economy, because the problem that we have to solve is to stop celebrating illegal wealth. When you don't celebrate, people that are richer are more respected than even when you have a private certificate and you are very rich. I know some of them people, when you are very, very rich, even if you are a professor, a medical professor, you will see that they are waiting for that rich person to come. Because we worship money. So if our orientation has changed, because the fact that we want to ask you, well, where are the sources of your money? Then decide to go for it. Why we lay emphasis on people in government has to do because the topics have to do with governance. They are there. Some of them are poor. They are among us. I said to you that when they won't pay you. Because there is free money, free cake. They are mass poets. And then turn against the same people that voted them into power. So what I was trying to say is corruption is available. How many of cases have been reported? As a citizen, you know you have the right to report somebody that is suspected to have practiced corrupt, is taking bribery. How many times have you reported somebody, you see a police officer? We are all passing there inside the vehicle. We are traveling, and the police have to stop somebody. Bang, bang, bang. And then the driver is trying to talk to them. I'm not being safe this morning. You passenger inside the car will tell it. If you want to go, let us go. You know what I mean? You don't waste our time. Because we are supporting bribery. So we should be asking people to take our orientation about the wealth. What is wealth? You worship people simply because they have money. I think that's what I'm saying. Thank you for that. Then somebody talk about state police. Yes. State police now. Talk about state police. I believe, for that one of Lagos. There is a state police in disguise in almost all states. I've been to Kano State, and I saw something similar to what you have this neighborhood police in Kano. We have state police already. You know, they are more effective to say that state police will have a kind of demarcation and limitation of their powers. It will be defined closely in the Constitution. Because they know that they will imagine bringing an observer from Kano and you want to solve a problem with that facility. He cannot communicate with his immediate environment. It's a problem. Bring federal police anywhere, post them to anywhere, unless they have a state police that will know individual, will know your father, will know your mother, in case there's any crime. They will be able to report you and deal with you accordingly. The only problem has to do with abuse because Nigeria But if you cannot abuse some of these small state police that will cost small state police, I think that will help us. Enforcement of government has always been like that also. I've done that for, I went to government against state government in Lagos. And every time I decided to go to the commissioner of police, there was nothing in this ability of Lagos State. We were being frustrated until I had to go to zone 2 to get political help to do the enforcement. I understand perfectly, but I believe that if their power is actually delegated, whereby we know what state police stand for, I think the power of government of interest. Thank you very much. Then we have somebody asking about water system. Water system is started as a doctrine of necessity for that abuse. Let me give an example. In the university I served as admission central admission committee, we leave those water because if you go to JAM, for example, when you are taking your admission to JAM, you must leave all those quotas. EPS is compulsory. You want to see how many percentage you are taking in EPS. Now, medicine is 300 in the particular university. Somebody score the highest score in the primary in one of these EPS is 220. And you must give them admission in order to satisfy the quota that the JAM has stated. You know, some of them will not come and take that admission because they are not really interested in coming down. You know what our people are not doing? Somebody is in manual, go and write why and put around them. And it's going to put another state simply because it's looking for admission. So when you look at that number 2, there are certain things you need to employ merit. Not everything has to be with quota system. And that is one of the problems we are facing. If a Yoruba man is competent in any office, give it to him. If an Hausa man is competent, give it to him. The moment you started looking at where you come from, there's a problem. There are so many problems we are facing today, not because of the fact that we don't have highly intelligent people, but because you put wrong person in an office who cannot discharge and cannot apply it, just better for us to solve problem. If you continue with the quota system, I don't think that's the way they operate in some other development. You don't need to feel where you come from. The moment we see ourselves, we change the national system today. And why? Because we are brothers. Are we truly brothers? These are two believers. I think merit should take place. If you are taking quota, merit should be 70 or 80%. Why you should give quota to find out what all the same represented? But it's not the other way around. People give credence to quota. In every appointment in federal establishment, how do you have federal commissioners? Federal commissioner for each state is a guide your citizen. When they are employed in any federal ministry, they want to balance it. In fact, I know some states in those days, when we started, we were not to have law. They don't even have someone to qualify to be appointed as high court judge. They started having what we call acting judge. There are many Yoruba cats in those days who are judges. What happened to the quota system? How do you give them opportunity and some of them rise? They become Supreme Court judges. So I think for merit should be a paramount for us if we want to sustain any development in Nigeria. Thank you. Someone talking about Int'L and talking about capitalism and talking about, yes, we talk about that. Federalism is actually capitalist oriented governments. It's very expensive to maintain. You can see from state, you have House of Assembly, then you go to local government, you also have legislature, the councillors. When you get to federal government, you have House of Rep, House of Assembly, Senate. And the funny thing about some of these are also doing was that they must concurrently, as a bill, they must concurrently pass. Why do you need them to concurrently pass a bill? This one will, and they have never, in the history of Nigeria, seen that both of them disagree. You are passing, House of Assembly, National Senate has passed their bill on minimum wage. You don't see the House of Reps going to pass the same bill. So why do you need to, why do you need them? It's just a waste of resources, so to say. But politicians will say the other way around. They will say it's for to have a level of representation so that everybody can be represented. Why not increase the number of senators? Why not increase the number of senators? Or increase the senators and let us have House of Rep and let all this local government be represented. So it's very capitalist. There's no doubt. And that's the reason why the money we spend in maintenance of these people and that we are more than what they are spending in education for it. And it's really sad. Somebody asked me about, I don't know whether there was a question. Have I done You know why? Because they will always talk about fair. If you know the stress people put into defend the electoral matters, it's not easy. Let's put the fact that they try to avoid time. It's not easy for judges to write judgment. If you notice the volumes of what people submit in the electoral, you know, it's a quasi-criminal matter. You must prove you don't stay down in the electoral fraud. Now, when people are gathering material in 36 states, in fact, most of the documents are like this. So, you want a judge to sit, you want to be that judge. So, it's very difficult. Probably, the electoral has to be amended, whereby you start doing the election 1 year to the other, but there will be a lot of distraction. There will be a lot of distraction because the moment now, people are talking about 2027, where we are in 2024. That the foundation is already. So these are problems we have. I think if you have a good independent judiciary, let me start with you. We have fairly judiciary that are not independent, they don't go to the arm of government. Let me give you a very interesting story before I sit down. A retired Supreme Judge is late now because he told us the story in Master of Lagos. Just at the also at the he was nominated to become ACDC chairman after Justice Adiola, and they went to do screening with National Assembly. He got there and they screened him, and then they said he wasn't qualified because the man was old, so they disqualified him. But if you become committee that pushing oversight committee, that will then become oversight corruption. Is a way of investing and guiding money. They were actually asking this man to bring money if he wants to speak. And the man said, I don't have money. So he went and shared that to another judge. And that judge said, even when we go to them to defend our budget as judiciary, we need to say to them. I don't know, yes, I've said this, I didn't mention it in any way. But what I'm talking about is that because they have to go there for their budgetary approval, if judiciary have their money coming that way for consolidation and we now go to the judgment, you also be shocked. I've seen where they make it last week. A judge has to decide simply because he was being abused by the military government. You can sit down and write down, you have your right. That is the principle of rule of law. You are so powerful as a judge to write the right. But what's the problem? In fact, before you are writing that judgment, they will call you, somebody will call you. How do you get to that office? When you started begging all of you, you are begging government. The first thing you do is that you can't talk to the person who got what they brought you. And you yourself down. If our government is free from the influence of executive, if our finances is free from executive, we have government that decide cases the way we want. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm sure that this discussion will continue. There is a session later where we'll continue to run this discussion. But at this point, can we just take our mind away for the meantime from the successes and challenges facing Nigeria? I remember an advice given to me by Professor OLABISI some time ago. Prof. License. He said, Larry, reduce amount of news you watch. It will only make you sad. Watch more videos. As is in that respect that I invite the performing arts to please spice up this event. Thank you. what you are not seeing is a reflection of our society. And it reminds me of my own undergraduate days in the English department under the guidance of late Mama Shumani. When you dance, this reflects the now Nigerian society. For your information, that dance also has its own laws. I guess there is a law to it. Wonderful. A round of applause for our performance students. I want to seek your indulgence to take a few announcements. The next presentation is going to be delivered virtually. The second keynote speaker is ready. We are already trying to put the projector on, and once that is done, we can go straight into that. Also, for those who are watching us live from every corner of the world, we are coming to you live from Adebola Hall at the University, at the OLABISI University at AGO-IWOYE. This is a conference put together by the Faculty of Law and Faculty of Social Sciences of our great institution. And so we also welcome you. At the right time, we will take comments from those who are online. But once 10 people are ready, we will go online. Why we do that? There is item 7. of Diaspora Research Group. He is an annual professor in the Department of Communication Arts at Owen University, Nigeria. Professor Obiemi is a member of the Arts and Humanities Research Council, peer review college, ensuring that the highest quality research proposals receive funding following robust and transparent decision-making processes. He is a senior academic mentor in the College of Mentors at the Council for the Development of Social Research for District, working to strengthen capacity in teaching, research, and mentoring in social sciences and humanities in African universities. Professor Obiemi regularly publishes articles in journals and chapters in edited books, and is the founder and principal editor of an academic journal of global diaspora and media. If the technical is ready, thank you. Please go ahead.
surprised. I'm going to challenge some of the students there, and even one professors who are there. Why don't you send your students to the market to set up a store in the marketplace and begin to educate market women, market people, their rights. Okay? It's not just about that you are going to be in my office or in the local. Whatever people are. So when you give your students assignments, don't let them start wanting to write you beautiful ways, something that is so composed and put together. That has no practical application. If you go and talk to market people, listen to their problems, and they explain the solution to the one. I said, Mama, do you know that by law you are entitled to this? You see? Because when some is connected from our society at the moment, you see, as far as we have two-tier societies in Nigeria. There's the electoral and our two-form of uneducated people will actually, there's indigenous knowledge. Okay? I want to adapt into indigenous knowledge. Okay? And this is where students and our projects have to really want to do. See? So when they know what's the problem. Now, there are 17 refugees. Okay? So I want to also show you, as I know, how the international television has come up with, solution through technology. Because now, in the next 5 to 10 years, digital technology or AI, as it's moving on, will take over the economic system, the political, the career, every aspect of life will be affected. We have a problem in Nigeria and Africa. How many people are digitally literate? You see, nothing talking about, literacy in terms of English communication. Now, we are now moving into the area of digital literacy. So we have more people who are digitally illiterate than we should. So many countries are already coming up from primary school. You find students, pupils, age 5, 6, 7, they already have iPads. They already use them at a young age. So these are the Gen Zs. They know how to use this thing to solve the solution things like that. And the way we teach is not careful. Looking for the information is no longer an issue now. Or remembering the information is one of the resources also or to find this also. Not kind of like what's important now is how you analyze. So we need people who can analyze. We need people who can synthesize information. We need people who can apply knowledge. So knowledge and balance. Okay? So not teach practical knowledge now. No, theoretical issues knowledge. You have to teach the application of theory. You see? So when they write the big for they say people who can take energy well, which is poverty.
Lord, sorry for the break in transmission. We lost contact, but we're trying to reconnect. Once we reconnect, the lecture will continue. So please bear with us. That's technology for you. Thank you.
I'm back now. Sorry, you can't be out. Okay. So, I don't have to say so, now, I'm talking about how to use technology to solve SDG, which is about poverty. is very useful. Because I can talk to you about effective communication. You see, talking does not mean communicating. And honestly, you can talk as much as you know. When you don't actually connect, communication means connection. You need to connect with people. You need to understand where they are and how to take them from where they are to where they need to go. And that means a lot of training. So first of all, the issue that we have to overcome in the kind of people here. So the university of people, we have to come up with an accord. And this is not the as to say what they said. They want to ensure that all students have some sustainability education relevant to their discipline. You see now? So whether they are school of art, humanities, in social sciences, or in sciences, you will need to have sustainable education that is relevant to this and for our function. You see, the university has already signed up as signatories to the SDG accord. But I'm putting this challenge to, okay, are you signed up to? If you're not signed up to, you need to sign up to that accord. Promising to progress the SDGs and make a clear job of contributing to the SDGs through research, teaching, and professional sciences activity. So it's not just, educators that have to sign up to. Even your professional sciences, now supporting you, have to sign up to it as well. Now, so let's move on to the next slide. Now, this is now, I'm now going on to the area. I'm so sorry that you couldn't see my slide, because I still don't have access to share my something that we just want to share. So, now, what I want to share with you now is how we are embedded in the module. So, I will use the example of level 1 course, okay, and then level 3. You see, what I can tell everyone is that in the UK, we have 3 levels. Because people call it A-levels, so the level 4 years, the 3 years. So, at level 1, this is an example. You see, when I develop curriculum, it has to also be that there must be a link between the rationale, the learning outcome, and your assessment. Okay? So that is what I'm going to show to you again how that was made. So the rationale at level 1 is that this level causes aims to equip students to impact one way necessary to understand the core concept of SDG. So, practice preparing them. So we have to start at level 1. But we want to get level 2. So what? We're going to level 5. So that people can understand. Okay? And then you have to create a classroom environment with inquiry-based learning. Now, so you don't need to be, didactic in your teaching. You have to encourage students to explore, to speak, and find information. Students may sample perceptions of certain environment challenges. So you have to go out and talk to people, NGOs, and other people in organizations and government as well. How are they doing? So apart from moving north and south, okay? So this is how they encompass. So they are not in learning outcomes. So we have no games. The learning outcomes for students to demonstrate a basic understanding of SDG. Then to critically examine to campaign to poverty, hunger, and reducing inequality. So you may use those as a case to identify, okay, in what instance have we failed to come and talk to us, talk to our farmers, and then write the 2001 essay that is 70% of the world. See? And then you don't have to prepare a PowerPoint presentation, okay? Now you are highlighting the key lines to protect about NGOs from champions to the activity that is taking this in. You will notice that there is no exam in this one because we're talking of application of knowledge, not just, regurgitating knowledge. So you will need to learn to apply your knowledge. And that's what I'm encouraging you to do, to learn to move education to the 21st century, levels. See what we need to do that. So now, the second example is one that we made at level 3. Now, at level 3, again, we have to look at rationale. In this instance now, this is the final year for our students. Okay? So, they are no longer known to SDG, so they as the rest. So, the rationale is to the development concepts like economic growth have been retained for several reasons. Okay? So, what they have to do now is to move on to be able to use that concept, okay? Criticize that concept, and then use different, analogies and different theoretical frameworks to be able to show their understanding of it. So at this level, students will survey the writings of critical choice who have been inspired and influenced sustainable development. Okay? So, and they will look widely, they will look at thinkers from the global north or from the global south, and then they have to provide the course will provide the opportunity to analyze thoroughly intellectual debates. Okay? They will know divergences and convergences between critical thinkers and examine how their ideas have shaped perceptions, processes, and messages. You see, like this at a very high level. Okay, so now know the rationale. The next thing is what's the main outcome. So students will need to identify and distinguish the ideas of features and schools of thought. You have to bring critically evaluate various arguments in the selected text. You have to compare and contrast ideas and theories effectively, and use those theories to construct their own argument. And at the end of that, what will be the assessment? Now, the assessment here is to develop a visionary manifesto. This is how it's a clear level. The visionary manifesto outlining personal perspectives. So it's about you now. What will be your perspective on the future of sustainable development? And you're going to have 2,500 words per say that. 55% of the world. Then, you need to develop that another element which is open resource exam for 5%. Open resource is not a closed exam. You don't know any questions. You can use Google or some materials to draw information from you. So you don't have to grab anything. You just need to come in there and share your understanding of how to produce this together. So, now, in your Bible, and I'm sure that for every module you are in, it has to communicate what aspect of SDG you are able to teach or embed in our school. Close to teach all the 7 modules. Okay? So, I'm sure all of you, like in UK, every semester, you have 4 modules because there are 15 credits and things like that. So 4 modules per semester and 8 per year. So, you might find one module teach about 4 or 5 aspects of relationship, SDG, another one related to another aspect of it. But at the end of it, you have gone to SDG. And this particular lesson I mentioned, this speaks about 10 of them. Okay? And then we're going to apply all of that in the world. So, to come to my conclusion, I want to encourage arts, social science, and humanities to prioritize the evolution to develop solutions to
Prof, thank you very much for the wonderful presentation. Obviously, we have questions, and I hope you can hear me loud. Can you hear me, sir? Okay. Thank you. So, we will take about 5 questions. So, yeah, anyone who has any question? The last time, most of the questions came from Faculty of Law. I was keenly observed. This time around, this one is about media, SDG. Who are the people asking? Okay, thank you.
My name is Eric. Technology is very needed to achieve a lot of energies and fishing out the plastic. But in Nigeria, we have to develop technology to use like farmer, rural area. How do we do it in Nigeria? I don't know. Thank you.
All right, Prof is asking about if technology will drive the SDG. What about places where the technology is not as potent as it should be? Right here.
We should see it as an opportunity. to show you that technology is not an hindrance. Yes, okay, occasionally we will break or something like that. But I'm able to speak to them, they're able to speak to me. So even though I'm not on the ground with them, I'm able to encourage them, give them, the tutorial that they need, and then get experts to come and talk to them. So we need to network, okay? And the discussion we have to bring in people from computer sciences to come into our classroom, okay? So we should stop doing science, teaching the science. Bring in, open up your curriculum and your classroom to people from other disciplines to come in and contribute. They can get one next lecture, two next lecture, something like that. So you don't have to teach the whole of the semester just for once a room. Bring in people from the industry as well. I don't know if you have brought in the head of what do we call it, NTA to the classroom for. Our growing confidence at your classroom. So what I'm talking about, what I'm challenging, why is it that connectivity is down? They will tell you, I'm getting it. So, technology, yes, it keeps moving on. But we need to be attentive. So don't let us see it as a hindrance, and we should see it as something that is progressive, and we need to use it as we have to do. Now, in terms of indigenous knowledge, yes, indigenous knowledge is very, very important. I keep saying it. For many years, we have regarded indigenous knowledge as something that is archaic. You see, when I was talking to the farmers on the farm, when I went there, in 2010, we bought our farm in Ocean State, in Utah, for those of you who know the geography of the area. We acquired 10 acres of land, okay? And I went to the oldest man in that village at that point, I was 85 years old, okay? And I was talking to him about farming. And I said to him, because people in the West were asking me, what sort of thing can grow on that land? You have to go and do soil science, soil medicine, soil testing. I said, okay. Then I asked him, I said, what sort of thing grows here? And I just said to him, he said, oh no, we have our way of growing. We just, take part of the soil, scoop it up in the sand, and start to the soil. And say, okay, here, we grow this one. They're making about 5 things. I said, okay. Now we went to the ready to do the testing. Exactly what the man said was going to happen. It was confirmed. So we have our own ways of doing things. We should incorporate that into our own. Let us stop seeing them as something that are unique. And that's where the issue of the language of communication becomes important. We speak too much English. You see what I mean? We should begin to bring in indigenous language into our classroom. Because many of these people want to interact with, they speak indigenous language. That's why it irritates me a lot when you see young people like yourself in Nigeria who cannot speak indigenous language. It is you are losing a very important part of your identity. See? So you need to learn your indigenous language and speak to ordinary people in indigenous language. You can translate it back to you. Look at many people not progressing in the world. China, what the next thing? Japanese says, but it's only in Africa that the first thing you want to speak is French or English. And even we don't even speak it well, because we don't understand the semantics of it. It's important. And see that I'm so passionate about this one. I think I'm doing the English communication system. And I went back and most of the communication 30 years ago, I was talking about 30 years ago. See? So I'm very passionate about using the English language as a means of communication. There's a connection that comes to you and understanding that comes to you when you are in the language is to. So if you take a course in English language, you can really do the curriculum as well. In English language. I don't understand something. When I say anything there, if you are doing this in language, I think that's it. I will tell you the traditional drummers and dancers are in Nigeria what to do. And that's how we take the music. This is what we do. Are you getting it? This also means, of course, if you go to a conference in this country, they won't have traditional dancers. That's not the So now that's what we do to showcase our own culture. We should showcase it and be proud of it. We should wear African dress that you see in the
other kids who are here. You said something that touches me. There's nothing wrong with our culture. There's nothing wrong with who we are. It's simply because we ourselves don't appreciate what we have and who we are. That's why we are being undermined. I'm proud to say my name is OLABISI. I'm not Larry. I am not Cynthia. I am not Rebecca. I am not Michael. I'm not Bush. And I can never be Trump. And I also like Prof. I can see that even in US or UK, you are wearing Nigerian attire. And I'm sure that people will love it. Thank you for being a good ambassador of Nigeria. God bless you. Thank you so very much, sir. A lot of applause. All right, don't go away. We have our students from the music department. I don't know what I'm going to present, but I want to suspect that you will present something that will also make you happy. Now, the same students and gentlemen here and in diaspora, welcome to the world of music from students of the music department of OLABISI ONABANJO University. will watch and listen to your presentation. He was so excited and he sent a message that he loves the mood in this hall. So I want to thank you for contributing to the energy that this conference has brought. At this point, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me reiterate that our students will remain seated here and you will get item 7. We will take very good care of wherever they are seated. This hall is a beautiful hall donated by a fantastic benefactor, and we don't want to start destroying it one way or the other. Let's use it decently so that we can encourage others to come and do same. So when you are giving whatever you are giving, please, the waste, make sure you take the waste along with you. Don't drop anything there. Thank you for obeying this. Thank you. At this point, I invite the Dean of Social Sciences, Professor ONABANJO, to give the floor of thanks.
Thank you very much. I would want to maintain the existing protocol. We are welcome, we are seen, and we are compliant. And I think we deserve to put ourselves in the hands of God. So months ago, when the idea of this conference was muted, we never knew we would see the light of day like this, because we all know how tight the calendar is. But as we say, where there's a way, and where there's a way, there's what? A way. I want to especially express my gratitude to the keynote speakers who have graciously, given us their days. They know that the whole day has been sacrificed to us. Professor William spoke from UK and from US, even though he's based in London. And Professor Bartley came all the way from England, in spite of your whatever. He came here to bring this solution. I think it's a very good movement and appreciate them. Of course, I'm not skipping our management, particularly our Vice Chancellor, who have given us the vision to implement all these other programs that bring about. All of them are still coming. Particularly, I want to thank FACULTIES and the DVCs, including members of the scheme. They are presently in the OLABISI here, not to be here. It's just of assignment that we will promote, that I will just grow. I also thank the Post who effectively represented the Vice Chancellor. I was acknowledging through the professional the presence of my twin brother, the Dean of Faculty of Management Sciences and Institute of Management Sciences. We have all been together, even at the short notice, he was there and this occasion. My particular gratitude goes to my former dean, because the dean is the father of dean. I'm able to give you the type of dean of Nigerian Emeritus today, Professor Israel. I didn't want to do it. This lesson. He is a man of God, a scholar by excellence, and a man of peace. We thank you, sir, for spending that with us. All the professors in the two faculties, you have been wonderful, including members of staff. Particularly the fellows deans, but there are deans that are fathers of
this faculty is the plan of good action. This is the lecture of good action. This thank you very much for your cooperation and wonderful LOC. It led by one and only dynamo in the faculty of social sciences. That's the cooperation. Thank you for the very well. One beautiful thing about us in social sciences is that we work as a team. We have issues, but as social scientists, we are precise and once we take decisions, we commit to it and we can see that at work in the various aspects of the program. This is helping to applaud the I'm using this as a part of product to my colleagues in Faculty. I'm a member of the House in Faculty. So there is no office there that I want to welcome. Professors, particularly the beautiful ladies there, the beautiful ladies, the lecturers, they are wonderful. Recently I called them I know that everything we are going to do will not have been a success without the wonderful presence of the distinguished selves. We are the aging of society. Without the social scientists, there cannot be society. And our distinguished colleagues, my colleagues from the other side, there's one person I was acknowledged here. Without him, money speaks. And when money speaks, it speaks in tongues. There is no idea you have one how lost. If there is no one to prosecute it, you will just be waiting for that. There is one person here that when the committee was meeting, he said, put this man in charge of money. He will bring in the money. And it's not a person than our quiet achievement. The ever-diligent associate professor in the OLABISI. It's the man who mighty one. When we were planning and people were intimidated about the budget, he said, don't worry, we go. And I happened to, he brought me some of his conversation when he was calling with people. He had this rules, irresistible way of making demands that those of us I have no choice but to bless for him. Please give it to me. And of course, my colleagues from the media, everything we did yesterday is not related to the public, no other reasons. So particularly I want to appreciate my colleagues from the various media houses represented here, AIT, let's clap for them as I mentioned. Let's come from there. I saw Bright, which I know is from AGO-IWOYE as listening. That man with the velvety voice from OLABISI. Jackson, where is it? OLABISI. Jackson, and other media houses here are not taking your presence for granted, particularly the newspapers. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I was acknowledged especially our MC that has provided the link to the listeners of the program. Usually, if you have a program and an issues, the extent of MC is what we normally the audience to see answers. And you can see that also at work, the issue of communication. Dr. Our technical team from that meeting, they are wonderful. Like any means, it's not by design. That's Thank you very much. I wish to say back home. I'm told that Canada is not a problem for us. So, because we have left. So, God's pleasure is always without direction. Even with return back to our destination. Once again, I appreciate your thank